All right, guys, the Green Glow colorway is back, but not on the Air Jordan 4. Instead, it's on an Air Jordan 1. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 1 High OG in what's being dubbed the Green Glow colorway. It's a brand new look on the model. They're taking that kind of bread toe, shattered backboard type of color blocking, and they are placing a brand new-ish look to it by using the Green Glow colorway. The color itself is not new to the brand. It debuted back in 2013 on the Air Jordan 4. Now, as for these, they're coming or releasing after what was the Air Jordan 3 Green Glow, which I thought was a solid colorway as far as the materials, the craftsmanship, and all that stuff. The suede tongue, it was gorgeous. Is this guy going to be just as good as those, but in Jordan 1 terms? I think so. I think that they did a good job with these. I know that some people might not really like this color, but if you do, just know that your money right here is going to be going into a solid release. And speaking of money, today's video is brought to you guys by the good folks over at Rocket Money, where their main focus is to help you save money and manage your finances in a better way. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that will help you manage your monthly subscriptions, lower your bills, and just manage your overall funds better. If you're like me and you paid for multiple subscriptions for multiple different services, I've been a cable cutter for quite a while now. I actually had signed up for a bundle service, even though I had signed up for a single service, and I didn't remember that, and apparently neither did they, conveniently enough. So Rocket Money was able to help me save a little bit in canceling that double subscription, even though they should have caught that for me. So if you happen to have that same exact situation or one that's very similar, Rocket Money has helped save some of their customers up to $740 a year with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. So if you are interested in checking out Rocket Money yourself, make sure that you use our promo link. It's rocketmoney.com/weartesters, where you can get your free trial and see what Rocket Money is all about. You can also check the link down below in the description box. It'll head you right over there where you can take care of business. Now, real quick, these guys do come with a special box, and I don't mean special as in like fancy or anything like that, but it's a unique box. So it's got the Green Glow colorway on there. I think that it looks dope. And on top of that, they do come with an extra set of laces. They are Green Glow laces, so they come standard with the black already there. The insole is fake Dream Cell. Sorry, I don't make the rules. It's just, it is what it is. As for the outsole, it's all Green Glow everything. It is the greatest traction of all time. Traction's so good, it'll pop your hip out. Outside of that, there's really not much to say about it. I think it looks good. It's very bright, it's very vibrant, it's a fun color. Again, if you don't like this type of stuff, like this Green Glow colorway, I understand, but I don't think these look bad. I think they look kind of good, actually. So if these end up going on sale, which if things follow like, you know, the current sneaker climate, this would be a nice little like clearance pickup. Now moving on up, we got a rubber cup sole. Inside that cup sole is a polyurethane wedge. Inside that polyurethane wedge is an encapsulated air sole unit, and you can't feel any of it, but it's all in there.
I guarantee it.
The upper is where everything really shines. I think that the materials used, kind of much like a lot of the more recent Air Jordan 1 High OGs, it's just all much of the same. So you've got some textured material. The black material is like a matte look, but certain pairs do have a nice little texture to it. So if you touch it and everything, you'll get that little like nice wrinkle and stuff, because everything's fairly soft. The black material is a little bit stiffer than the rest of everything, but the toe box is nice and soft. This black material in the collar is soft, so it's not that really hard stuff that we saw on, what were those called? I want to say they were like Celadons or something like that.
That was definitely a colorway.
Was it?
Yeah, we had to look up what Celadon is. It was some kind of clay pottery, I think.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh, it was the Celadon. That's weird. I can't believe I remembered that. But yeah, so if you guys remember that, they had a different type of material in the back, and I had said in that video, like, oh, I really like it when they use a softer material. It makes the shoe a lot more wearable, or at least more easy to wear, because it doesn't feel like it's digging into your legs. And that's what this is right here. So this is a nice soft material, decently padded, nylon tongue on top of that. You got a simple Nike Air branding tag right here at the top. If you have been buying Air Jordan 1s recently, then you should be pretty cool with this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that this is like anything subpar or anything like that. I don't think this is a trash release like those sale Air Jordan 5s. It's not one of those, thank goodness. So whoever's in charge of the Jordan 1 line right now, like that department, they're actually being pretty decent with the materials. Everything seems to be fairly consistent at this point as far as quality. Craftsmanship is another issue. My pairs right here look good, but good luck. You know what I mean? Like, if you can, check them in stores just to make sure, because sometimes they get warped soles, sometimes the toes are crooked. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you just want to be a little bit careful. Obviously, if you find them on clearance sitting somewhere and it's like the last size there, that you won't have much option to swap things out. But either way, most people should be happy with these guys. Again, if you've been happy with previous Air Jordan 1 releases. If you think that those releases have all been trash, well then you're not going to think much different of these, unfortunately. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, go true to size. You should be good to go. Whatever you typically wear in an Air Jordan 1 High OG, that's exactly what I would go with. Again, I think that they did a pretty good job on these. I'm not going to say that they're premium. They're not fantastic or anything like that. It's just a nice mid, and I'm not talking about collar height, just a nice mid release. And again, if they end up just sitting and going on clearance, I think that this would be a great clearance pickup. Like, wouldn't this be nice if you ran into it in an outlet and it was like sitting there for $120?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
But in case you were interested in grabbing a pair at retail, they'll be available over at Phenom here in the Sacramento area. They'll have them both in store and online. So if you're not in the area, you can always check out their.com. We have a link down below in the description box. And with that being said, do we have a fun question of the day? And before you even ask or show the question of the day, if you guys have questions of the day that you would like us to answer, feel free to leave them down below. It could be pretty much anything. I think the last one, what was our last video? Was that the one that we talked about, like, what do we do with all these shoes? Okay, so yeah, if you wanted like BTS type of questions answered, feel free to leave them. I think that those are really fun. I actually like those the most. If you had sneaker related questions, feel free. If you have weird random questions like biscuits and babies, and yes, I'm gonna reference that for quite a while, at least until there's a new one that with me like as hard as that one did. With that being said, what do we got?
You're Michael Jordan's coach. What shoes do you tell him to put on?
I don't. Why would I tell him what to do? I mean, outside of coaching, why would I tell him what to wear? A player should wear what they're comfortable in.
I know, but you're a coach with extra shoe knowledge.
Are you talking about me personally?
Yeah.
I mean, he wears some of the greatest shoes ever. So I'd be like, bro, go lace up the 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s, something like that. The 19s are good. Because we know that he's not wearing somebody else's shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm gonna be like, hey, go put on some Kobe's or go put on the LeBron 21s or something. He'd be like, you, bro. But outside of that, I'm really not telling a player what to wear, unless maybe they would come in with like a running shoe or a training shoe, or if by chance you're like walking in there with some Vans, I'd be like, I don't know, bro, you might want to reconsider that. But yeah, outside of that though, I really don't like messing with people because everybody's got their taste. Everybody has their preferences. That's kind of what this whole channel started off of, was performance and teaching people about what the shoes offer, how they felt to me or in my experience, and then whether or not that would apply to you with your needs. So that's not my job. Even if I know a lot about shoes, it's not my job to pick a shoe for you. Your job is to take the information I give for free and be like, hey, I think that I'm gonna like that, or that doesn't sound like a good shoe for me. Like, that's what the intent is with stuff like this. With stuff like this, like where it's like a retro review, this is just about quality, you know, craftsmanship, overall like history if there is one. Like when it's like a copy and paste thing, like a Jordan 1, like it's like one new color every month or whatever they do. Not much else you can go over, you know what I mean? But for other releases, I think that, you know, there's more meat to go over and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm definitely not telling MJ what to wear. And besides, Phil wore MJ shoes. Not always.
You're not Phil.
I would want to be. You just told me I was Michael Jordan's coach. I'm like, I'm one of the greatest coaches ever. Like, that's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just turned me into him. Like, that's awesome. That was an interesting question. But sound off below and let us know if you happen to be Michael Jordan's coach. And no, not if you were Phil Jackson, even though that's still what I think when I hear that. If you were Michael Jordan's coach, what shoe? Can we open this up into non-Jordans?
You're gonna tell Michael Jordan?
No, not me. You. Like, because I know some people swear that like Jordans are bad basketball shoes. And so if it's you, if you're one of those guys and you happen to be MJ's coach, what are you telling him to wear? But with all that being said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate everybody's support. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We would greatly appreciate that stuff. We will catch you guys on the next one. Let us know what you think about these as well. Is this a comp? Is this a drop? Is this a, hey, if they do go on clearance, and maybe. I'd love to hear from you guys. So again, thank you for being here. We really appreciate you, and we will see you on the next one. So have a good one. Now, as far as the size is concerned, sizing is concerned, whatever you typically me in the now, whatever, okay, sorry.